Every person has a specific set of actions taken up in different kinds of situations. These actions sometimes depend on the situation, and sometimes they depend on the upbringing and outlook of a person. By these actions, a person forms his or her personality. This personality is the resemblance of the thoughts and practices taken up by a person in a variety of situations. Passive-aggressive personality is one of this kind. A person, when acting angry indirectly rather than showing discontentment in a direct manner, is said to be passive-aggressive in nature. This could be situational or intentional. This could also be consciously done or unconsciously. People with such a personality tend to be manipulative and try to play with the emotions of others. They use tools to communicate their anger rather than actual communication. These tools are resentment, deliberate procrastination, intentional mistakes, sarcasm, delays, and silence. Passive-aggressive nature is a kind of indirect resistance towards others because of hidden anger. It is the avoidance of direct confrontation of problems and trying to be manipulative or acting dumb subconsciously or consciously. People with passive-aggressive personality tend to have a negativistic attitude for various kinds of personal and social situations. Rather than verbalizing or acting out their anger, they prefer to take up indirect routes of expressing it. They express helplessness and resentment to avoid the direct way of their communication with people and try to evade problems by making excuses. They even take up deliberate and active hostile acts to present their unlikeliness for others. This kind of behavior can easily damage the team unity and productivity at work, and decrease office efficiency and create frustration among workers. There are a number of different ways in which a passive-aggressive person responds. These people repeatedly make excuses to avoid meeting people, and take this as a way of expressing dislike for others. They even repeatedly claim that they are not mad or are fine, even when they are furious. They even deny their feelings and refuse to be emotionally open toward people, shutting down any further communication that could happen. They have deliberately procrastinating characteristics when confronted with a task that they do not wish to do. There are various consequences of such behavior in relationships, families, romances, and workplace. This is regarded as the most destructive behavior of a person and is very common these days. There can be many causes such behaviors, such as the upbringing of a person, or situational characteristics, and even the tendency of taking the easy road. The environment in which a person is brought up and is discouraged to directly express the emotions, or is not allowed to express openly, then it is possible that the person might find a passive channel to express anger and frustration. Situations affect the behavior of a person in many ways. Many times, a person is not able to display aggression in a socially acceptable way. Thus, covert ways are found out to express these feelings. There are various examples of passive-aggressive behavior. One is the resentment of demand and requests by others. They do not express their feelings at the right time and bottle them up. This leads to accumulation of frustration and anger. They feel it be difficult to communicate a message, such as a complaint or negative feedback. They create a need for validation of their thoughts and become dependent on it. Deliberate procrastination is another example where a person intentionally keeps on pushing the work to the last date and even then is unable to perform it due to lack of motivation or interest. They try to punish others for assigning them the task. They can even choose to miss the deadline intentionally. At the end moment, they feel the stress of incomplete work and become more resentful. Intentional mistakes and hostile attitude are also an example of such personality. People assume that others can understand what they feel without speaking it out to them. This creates a situation of misunderstanding and discomfort. In the end, they cause a situation in which all the good stuff is eliminated. They even take the help of their wittiness and use sarcasm for the rescue from situations. They use silent insults as a tool to convey their anger for others. Either they will reply with nothing as answers, or give one-word answers and expect the other person to understand by themselves.